Hi there, how goes it? So this reading is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Technically, this reading could apply, well, to you if you aren't an Aquarius. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. Or like, let's say you don't have Aquarius in those placements and you have Aquarius in like your nodes or your Jupiter or your Saturn or something like that. Anyways, the whole point is that this might resonate for you. So, Aquarius, what I saw in your meditation, I saw so many images, yo. I had to sit there and I was like, look, God, universe, do me a favor, throw me a bone and narrow it down for what messages really need to come out. And I mean, I saw like a river that started out from like a waterfall to a river, and then the river turned to like these big, beautiful bubbles. And it was just, I'm an Aquarius too. So, anyways, I had to ask for severe clarification because I got that, but then there was a million other images and songs and stuff. So then I saw a Ferris wheel, and then it turned into, first of all, a card that I have in a different deck where it's the Wheel of Fortune. It turned into that, except like a way more pleasant version. Anyways, moving forward, and then I saw the Ferris wheel scene in Never Been Kissed and uh The Notebook. Pardon me. I saw those, and then I saw what looks like fall time and rain. So, and then I heard I'm singing in the rain. So Aquarius, anyways. So I feel like that, but the energy that I felt was mainly like very relaxed and like a knowing energy, very calm. If anything, very fulfilled. I felt extremely fulfilled, not even satisfied. I felt fulfilled. And I also felt very at peace. It was like a serene, like a serenity. It's very beautiful. Anyways, so Aquarius, I feel like that if anything, at this current time, you might be going through, well, I don't really even sense like chakra awakenings. I feel like that it's almost like a self-realization where you realize that you are your own peace. Some of you might have in the past felt like that you needed to either provide peace for others constantly, or that you, if anything, it's almost like you sought solace or peace or comfort, um, and other things or people, and you're beginning to realize, well, I'm pretty good, like where I'm at, and it's in a very peaceful way. It's very beautiful, actually, Aquarius. So, I also feel like that some of you have some kind of thing coming to you. I say that because, like, where those scenes were, right, I saw a lot of beginnings because I saw the beginning of the river, and it was a waterfall, right? So I saw the beginning of how the river started in a way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then Never Been Kissed, what was the scene in that? Oh, it's like when she has her first like real date in a way with the teacher. So it was the beginning of that relationship getting deeper. And then in the Notebook, it's how Noah and Allie like pretty much had like one of their first conversations, right? So it was, maybe something happened during the fall time, or if anything, I only mentioned fall because of the leaves. It very well could be spring. It was either spring or fall energy that I felt. But like the leaves are wet on the ground in the rain, and depending on where you live, you might never mind. Anyways, so let's go ahead and see what we have for Aquarius now that I'm almost 4 minutes into this. Okay, one more. So, pardon me. So the first card is where you're currently at, Aquarius, and where you're currently at is the Six of Swords. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to do this the way that I've been doing it. Anyways, clarified by the Devil. Interesting. So where you want to be, Aquarius, is that we have the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, clarified by the Seven of Swords. So how to get there is Nine of Wands, Five of Cups, excuse me, Knight of Wands, and the Six of Cups. Okay. And then general guidance is the Four of Wands with the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Eight of Wands. Yo, okay, one second. Then just what to focus on next is the Seven of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. So, okay. Let me just be able to feel organized real quick. So, Aquarius, where you're currently at is that you're at the Six of Wands of the Devil. So I feel like Aquarius is going towards peaceful waters. I feel like that anything that led you astray off of where you want to actually be in life and like what you wish to attain and what you wish to feel, I feel like that you're walking away from. Well, you're walking away from it. You're going away from it at this current time. Do you notice how his back is turned to the devil? I have Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue in my head. Anyways, so I feel like that if anything, you're turning your back to things. I feel like you're turning your back away from people, and it's almost, I think, people, places, things, all these things that lead you astray from where you want to actually be. And I feel like that if anything, I take these swords as like your truth. These six swords. I feel like that if anything, like I know how I feel about this person or people that are like this, and it's not a judgy energy. It is where you're comfortable at in your own vibration and what's in your vibration, what's in your vortex, what's in your alignment, what is aligned with you. Okay. So I also feel like that, a sword could be also like, it's almost like friends, family, um, society as a whole, personal beliefs and opinions, as well as like, your religion or spirituality, how you feel about yourself, and then just staying in the present moment. So I feel like it's almost like firm foundations for each sword, because you see how the swords, like he can have the swords laying down in the boat, right? He doesn't. He has the swords standing up on their own. And if anything, it's almost like protecting him and his family. It's like we're moving away from this. We're focusing on this because this is where we are, where we're going. We're going towards keeping these swords stable and keeping ourselves protected and our manifestations and our energies protected. And we're not going to allow anything negative. I mean, the devil isn't always negative, by the way. I take it, I read energies. So I'm taking the energy of the devil as negative in this kind of, well, situation. It's almost like going away from restrictions and limitations where you're actually, if anything, limiting yourself and you're not really enjoying yourself. So where you want to be is that you have the Ace of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Seven of Swords. So where you want to be is that you want to be able to, if anything, I do feel like that this is a very this could be work related. Um, but I feel like that it's overall life. I feel like that things that aren't seen that could lead you astray, if anything, guess what? They're going to be seen now. I feel like that if anything, it's almost like I take that wand as Gandalf's staff. It's almost like you shall not pass when it comes to, oh my gosh. Anyways, when it comes to people, places, things, what have you, that are taking away from where you want to be. I feel like that you're really beginning to listen to your intuition more. And as far as when it comes to others, you're not going to deal. It's like, I feel like this is like where you really want to be. And this is what you want to leave behind, is how I'm taking it. And so I feel like that what you want to leave behind is usually the Five of Swords, is an energy where it's like conflict and, if anything, arguments, stuff like that. Um, I feel like that you want to be able to leave those swords in the past. I feel like that anybody that gave you that kind of energy, yeah. And I feel like that where you want to be, those that you want to be firm. You shall not pass. You're not going to pass me with do not pass go. Do not collect $200. When it comes to people, places, or things that seem like manipulative, or they're not keeping you on the right path. So I feel like that you're actually wanting to truly stand your ground. I feel like that you're already there for the most part, but I feel like that when it comes to these two cards, again, this is what you want to leave in the past, so it's going over here. When it comes to these two cards, I feel like that with the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess, it's also where you want to be, is that you want to be able to feel your own passions again and feel comfortable feeling your passions and not let other people in their delusions, let's just say that, or their mindsets and illusions that they've allowed other people to place on them. I feel like that you want to be able to, again, separate yourself from that energy and also be able to focus on what's ahead of you, what's that task, staying aligned. You see that river? There's only one little bend right there. And I feel like that's when you, honestly, when it comes to people like this, you take a hard left. Let's just say that. So I feel like that's where you want to be, Aquarius. So how to get there? We have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Five of Cups, and then we have the Nine of Wands. So I feel like how to get there, Aquarius, is to, yes, stand your ground. I feel like stand your ground, but I feel like that it's also Oh, this is kind of messed up. Okay, so this is going to resonate for you if you have Aquarius energy, where it's almost like you felt the need to be like, I call it the savior complex, but I don't feel like it's that heavy. It's almost like you want to constantly swoop in and save people, people that, it's almost like you feel like that a pattern that you need to give up is feeling like that how other people react in people's lives, what's going on in their lives it's not your burden to carry. Okay? It's not your burden to carry, Aquarius. And you know what? We're the humanitarians of the zodiac for a reason because we actually give a true care about society as a whole. We genuinely care about our fellow man. We really do. If anything, I can't count how many specifically. This one woman that I know, she does tarot too, and she's fucking, excuse me, she's very amazing. And I did a reading for her, and I tapped into her energy the first time I did a reading for her because I don't tap into people's energies without their permission usually. Um, but anyways, and I tapped into her energy for the reading, and it's the same emotion that I feel, and she has, I don't know what her Venus is in. I don't think it's Aquarius, but I think she's Aquarius sun sign at least. Um, but she really cares about humanity to the point where it's almost like when we think about the general energy and growth of humanity, it's a pain. It can be a pain sometimes, not like a pain in the butt or a pain, a kick in the head. It's pretty much like, you know, it's overwhelming how much we want to do for our fellow man. And I feel like that Aquarius, it's almost like to get to where you really want to be, to get to your true 100% fulfillment, is to honestly you got to turn your back sometimes, and it's not, don't turn your back on me, Mufasa, or whatever, or Scar, or whatever. I don't know why I always do Disney movie references, but I love it. Anyway, so I feel like that it's to really turn your back for people that either guilt trip you, or it's almost like they're unwilling to change themselves. So why even sit here? And this is channeling, of course. Why even sit here and allow those that aren't willing to change themselves, that aren't willing to actually sit down and do any kind of self-realization? And it's mainly people right here, or it's a couple different situations. It's going to be a long reading, I feel. So be prepared. Anyways, so I feel like Aquarius, those that aren't willing to help themselves, those that expect people to honestly fix everything for them in a way, I sense like this mainly has to do with friends, by the way. It could just be some of your social circle, or it could just be just people in general that fit this, stigma. I don't want to, I mean, it's not really stigma, but they allow themselves to dwell on the past. They allow themselves to sit there and instead of enjoying their cup, their higher self cup, and their, lower self cup, and like mixing those and tempering that energy. It's almost like they sit there and they would rather focus on, well, spilled milk, things that, aren't really fulfilling. It's almost like they're in a manifestation energy where they're manifesting on what they physically see and not what can be. So I feel like that it's to really stand your ground and allow yourself to, again, you shall not pass. That Ace of Wands, where is it? That Ace of Wands I was mentioning about Gandalf, that's in his mother effing hand, okay? You shall not pass, really? Like anybody that has that disappointment energy, that negative energy where they're looking down, you're looking up to the sky. You're looking up and away, up and away. You're looking up and away to what's to come to you in the future. This person's looking down at the past. They ain't really trying to actually do any kind of self-reflection. So I feel like it's to really stand your ground and move forward with your passions to get to where you want to be. Move forward with how you feel about things. Move forward in life how you want to move. Make sure, again, you shall not pass, because I'm taking that mother effing wand that I'm holding right here. I want to get on my damn horse and I'm going to charge forward in life, and I'm going to live and do what I want to do. I have that wheel turning. I have all these beautiful new beginnings around me. A little fuzzy just flew up in front of my eye. Weird. Anyway, so I feel like that, like a little fuzzy on the outside. Not. Anyway, so I feel like that also with this Knight of Wands energy, I feel nothing negative off this. I feel like that when you move forward, of course, be like tempered in your emotions, of course, and make sure that like things that need to be done, that they're handled with a level-headed mind, which I feel like I don't really have to say that, but it's like just a little fresh reminder, as in like Don't let your emotions get the best of you. If someone wants to sit here and come in because they're in this, Five of Cups energy, they want to come in this Five of Cups energy, and if anything, take you off your path. It's almost like, no, I have the horse and I have the wand and I have the armor. I am fully prepared. I'm prepared for whatever you or anyone else throws at me. It's not like a warrior energy either, where it's like, I can handle whatever life throws at me. And it's almost like not necessarily a vindictive, but kind of like a sharp energy, right? Kind of like expecting bad things to happen. Not expecting bad things to happen, expecting challenges. It's like expecting challenges. So when you expect challenges, the universe is going to be like, here you go. Here's this challenge, and then here's this challenge, and then here's this challenge. And we're just going to keep piling it on you just because, that's how the universe works. Like, that's what you want. That's what you're going to get. So it's almost like, make sure that you acknowledge that things are, things don't have to be hard. Things can be easy. So if it was harder, it'd be like, if anything, the Knight of Pentacles is so slow moving. The Knight of Pentacles honestly takes its time because, what have you? It's the Knight of Pentacles. But you know what? It's slow moving and it deals, I feel like, with a lot of hurdles, and that's why it takes so long. The Knight of Wands is it's kind of like, I'm going to take life as it comes at me. I'm living in the present moment. I'm living in the here and now, and I'm going to take life as it comes at me. And I'm not going to allow, people or anything. Nothing is going to stop me now. This is kind of like a little bit of similar energy that I felt to Capricorn's reading that I did the other day. So it's pretty much like, you see my wand. You see my wand. Oh yeah, do you see my wand? Anyways. Pardon me. It's almost like, you see, I'm going to sit here and I'm actually going to continue kicking ass and taking names. So in a very healthy selfishness way. So the last card to get to where you want to be is be able to make sure that you're communicating your feelings. I feel like mainly communicating good feelings. Don't even give negative emotions, negative feelings, negative thoughts, even the time of day to even come in and affect what you could have with different people in life. I sense that, if anything, you're finally going to have someone that's not going to take from your Ace of Cups, that they're going to add to your Ace of Cups. It's like maintaining the fact that if they don't add to your happiness, like let's say um, you're already very, very happy, or a very happy individual, right? And when you hang out with this person, you feel drained, you feel conflicted, you feel stressed out, you feel irritated, you feel some kind of emotion that isn't what you had when you originally started. And it all had to do with, if anything, think about what was talked about. If it was, a low vibrational conversation, or if it was a conversation that was very dark in nature, I guess you could say. It's almost like I got to flip it and reverse it, is how I really feel about it. So make sure that you're maintaining very positive conversations at this time. So that's how to get to where you want to be. So this is just general guidance. So you have the Four of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. So to me, it's almost like guidance. And that is how to get to where you want to be. This is just something to either maintain or to either make sure that you have this kind of energy. So I feel like with the Four of Wands is stability. It can be marriage. It can be, if anything, some kind of union, right? So I feel like with this Four of Wands that you're beginning to feel more, if anything, united within the people that you surround yourselves with, as in like you don't feel like there's huge separation, or there's kind of like distance in a way. It's almost like, this is my energy and I'm very stable. I have my two wands, and whoever I allow in my life is going to match me with these two wands. And then there's almost like a bridge. It's like we're bridging the energy. It's like having healing and healthy energetic cords between people, where, if anything, both sides benefit. And I don't say that in like a greedy, selfish way. I'm saying like, no one's going to show up and have like, like let's say they only have three wands. They only have one wand, you have two. They're not going to meet up with you like that. I feel like that future guidance is to make sure, or continuing guidance, what have you, you're all on different journeys, is to make sure that you actually, you keep that mindset for a bit. And it's not settling. If you were settling, it'd be someone coming with one wand or one and a half wands. No, you're not settling. So I feel like it's an energy of not settling, and really, it doesn't matter if you're a male or, gender doesn't matter here. The Queen of Wands energy is, she's got her mother effing wand. You shall not pass me. if you cannot meet me. If you want to connect with me, you got to come at me correctly. And it's a very, how do I explain this energy? It is kind of like a boss A B energy, but I also feel like that if anything, it's just pure confidence, Aquarius, and there's nothing wrong with that. See, a lot of us humanitarians, a lot of us Aquarius, because of that energy, and other signs have this too, but I feel like that it's almost like a hard cycle to break, is that we constantly, "Well, you know what? I'm not going to just meet you halfway, dude. I'm going to meet you 80% of the way." And that's how it is for a lot of people in your life. Well, people get used to that. They take advantage of that, Aquarius. So when I sit here and I say that you actually enjoy your confidence, because pure, true confidence isn't just being comfortable with yourself and all your surroundings, stuff like that. It's also not taking things where you feel like you have to settle. You don't have to settle. Keep reaching for the stars. Keep reaching for anything, even beyond Mars. Okay? Reach for the sun. I feel like that guidance moving forward is when you actually follow these two things, which is, don't settle, and to make sure that where you're at, that people meet you vibrationally, and that people meet you. They meet you halfway at least. They at least put forth an effort in some kind of way. Do not settle. If it's not people, it's situation, things. If you're in a job where you don't feel fulfilled, guess what? Now's the time to get out of it. Do that and then actually embrace your confidence, and don't feel bad for being confident. Don't feel bad for feeling confident. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, there's like a line between like self-righteousness and confidence, but if you maintain a humble confidence in a way where it's just like, I know myself. I don't have to sit here and tell you all about you. I know myself. I know myself. I'm comfortable in myself. I'm stable within myself. And guess what? Things are going to start moving faster. This could be anything. This could be manifestation, relationships, love, um, friendships, family, money, work, spiritual gifts. This could be anything, these wands. It's like maintain this not settling energy and keep striving for more. I know that you deserve more, and it's okay to want more in life. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Whoever sat there and made you feel like that it was wrong to feel more, guess what? Their mindset, their prerogative, not yours. And feel confident, guess what? Things are going to start moving quicker. I also feel like that, if anything, I do sense a lot of communication. So it's almost whatever, like if you've been waiting for communication for like your job, or like, for a lot of you, it has to do with work. I feel like that you're going to get a lot of communication when it comes to work. So whatever you do for work, if anything, it might spike up more, and it might end up, no, it's going to end up benefiting you a hell of a lot more if you're going for what you're actually passionate about and you love it. Again, now is the time to do it. So, what to focus on next is to protect your seeds, protect what you sow, protect where you are, so that you can continue to grow. Okay. So it's like, really, this pentacle, this is my pentacle, this is my higher self, this is my relationship with myself. This is friendships, romance, business, business, career. Um, I'm having a moment. Move forward. Anyways, if anything, just like overall investments, hobbies, and then I feel like that this one could be, if anything, self-interest. Like, this is a spiritual, it's just like protect all your effing pentacles is the whole point. And I also feel like make sure that you continue planning for the future in some kind of way. If anything, something that I have been feeling and that I have been pulled to look into is, if anything, if you want to be like really successful, I don't know, dude. I'm like, I got like I'm a Capricorn Casper, so let's just say anyways, I struggle between keeping Capricorn Aquarius energy balance sometimes, like for my personal self. But I feel like Aquarius, when it comes to investments, now is the time to actually like invest in more things. Like, let's say you have a full-time job, get like a little side hobby, something that you love doing that you could possibly make money off of. Now's the time to do it. I feel like continue sowing seeds in yourself. And again, if it ain't your 10 of cups, it ain't worth it. It needs to be your 10 of cups. Anybody who sits there and they take away from your cups, you walk away from them. If they take away from you financially, or they betray you, or they just honestly aren't at the level that you're at because they choose not to do the actual work, or if anything, some people are just meant to be in denial. I feel like that when it comes to them ignoring it and not doing the work, it's almost like, turn away from it. If they're not going to act like a 10 of cups, then turn away from it and focus on you. And what's meant for you is always meant for you. So let's go ahead and get an oracle card. I'm not taking those. Those two just flew out. So, oh my gosh. Prosperity lies ahead. Don't let pride get in your way. And on the bottom, we have a fiery climax approaches. So you got two other fixed signs here with you. This is Taurus, Leo, and Aries energy. So, wow. I feel like this future guidance Aquarius is pretty much saying, like, just keep your eye on the prize. What I've been saying, keep your eye on the prize. I feel like don't let pride get in your way. It's also don't let other people's pride get in the way. You know, if people, like, let's say you don't want to go, let's say there's a job that you really, really want, but your friend's going for it. So instead of you going for it, this is such a long reading. Whatever. I love you, Aquas. Anyway, so let's say instead, like, you don't want to go for it because you don't want to hurt your friend's feeling, or you don't want to go for this person because it might hurt your friend's feeling, or whatever. And it's just kind of like, it's not like putting yourself as number one to the point where you're hurting other people's feelings, but it's almost like you still, it doesn't hurt to at least put your name out there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, are you going to sit here and really not apply for a job that you really, really, really want because your friend applied for it too? No, you both of you are going to apply for it. And if anything, if it's a true balanced friendship, doesn't matter who gets it, you'll still be friends afterwards. Do you see what I'm saying? Just keep staying in this positive energy. These are all very beautiful, I feel like very positive colors. The red, the yellow, you know, I'm sensing a lot of sacral and pardon me, root energy. So I feel like that if anything, Aquarius, you're really you're shining bright like a diamond. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Keep maintaining that beautiful energy, and I will talk to y'all later. Enjoy.